The Bewitched Frog. Close to the marsh, a witch was interrupted in her singing by Peter the Frog. Upset, threw a spell against him, turning him into a human. He saw his face reflected on the clearer part of the lake. He saw a clean and young face. He tried to croak, but the only noise he could hear was, "Hey, oh, hey!" He saw a fly near him and tried to catch it with his tongue, but it was so little now he could not do it. His extremities had feet and hands now. He could see things from another height. The bottom of the marsh could barely cover his feet, and not his whole body. Peter was an 8-year-old kid, and he had never had that kind of form, so scared and confused, he walked towards the nearest town to try to break out the spell and become a frog again. Before arriving to the town, Peter remembered that he knew the kids from town. He had seen them playing in the marsh. He had run away from them and from the stones the kids liked to throw against him and to all the frogs around him. He remembered the kids and remembered them with clothes on. But Peter was naked and ready to walk into town. Sure, the kids would make fun of him. Far away, he saw some clothing hanging in the back of a house. He ran to it, paying attention so nobody could see him. He took a pair of shorts, a t-shirt, and walked out of the house. Already in town, Peter felt very confused among people. There were not only kids his age, they were others bigger than him with long and short hair, big kids that took another kids by the hand. But he was there alone, by himself, among big and small kids. He paid attention to the noises that came from their mouths, and he found out that he could understand them. Hey, oh, hey. In a corner of town, he saw how a bunch of giant kids walked tumbling around. Some others made fun of them, but all of them were dressed up. He knew some kids. He had seen them playing in the swamp, and he had run away from them and from the stones they used to throw at him. But now he was not a frog anymore. Now he belonged to the kid species, small and grown-ups that lived in town. When the tumbling grown-up finally fell, the others made fun of him. Peter began to laugh aloud without knowing why, even though Peter knew the kids and had seen them playing in the marsh. The witch came out from a ruined hut. Peter saw her immediately and ran to her. The witch tried to run away from the kid, but he gave an enormous jump and catched her from the skirt. The other kids, the big ones and the little ones, surrounded the kid and the witch. The scared woman, afraid to be uncovered, took Peter by the hand and walked to the marsh. Peter asked the witch to turn him into a frog. "How come you don't like to be a kid?" asked the witch. Peter said no with a head motion. He knew the kids. He had seen them playing in the marsh. The witch accepted, turning him back into a frog, being afraid that Peter would uncover her in town. So she thought it would be a good idea to return Peter back to his former frog form and put him back in the marsh. Peter became a frog once again. He knew it when he saw his old face reflected in the clearest part of the lake, a clean and young face. He tried to sing, but only a croak came out of his mouth.